所以我哋點樣可以俾自己係即係遇到事件，俾自己係處理得好啲咧？我哋要認清楚自己先。當我哋係真實嘅話，風嚟雨嚟，我會喐㗎，但係我唔會動咯。装没看到，这是一个孩子的选择。那我们问问看这位男士，你现在看到互相指责的父母，你会选择站在哪里？好，这位男士选择站在妈妈身边，他依然有他不同的选择。他可以选择站在妈妈身边，帮妈妈指责他的爸爸，或者呢，他在妈妈身边帮妈妈讨好爸爸。
This book in Thailand seems to be very helpful to all of those who are interested in this model. Thank you for your attention.
Hi, I'm Sibel Ernel, licensed marriage and family therapist and founder and the director of Satir Human Development and Family Therapy Institute in Istanbul, Turkey. I'm very pleased to be with the Satir Institute of the Pacific's family and all the members as a recipient of the Leadership Awards. Thanks for the invitation for an update what we have been doing in the last 5 years. In the last 5 years, I've focused on promoting the Satir work in several areas. Firstly, promoting and enhancing the training program, which I had started in 2005. It is the training program for couples and family therapy with the focus on Satir model, which we are in collaboration with Satir Institute of the Pacific. Secondly, expanding the trainer team and creating a trainer's manual was my dream. And also translating and helping the Satir model book published and several Satir videos to be translated. Also supporting research in Turkey on Satir model and also promoting visibility in the academia and in the mental health field, and especially in couples and family therapy field and in the public, is one of our goals in the last 5 years. In addition, promoting Satir's work in Turkey within the peace building practices. This is what we have focused. And increasing the trainers in the Satir is one of my main goals since I have started this program. And luckily, we have now 5 trainer candidates who have met for the past 2 years regularly for the preparation. And a trainer's manual has been prepared. And this year, for the first time, 2 trainers will be giving training, especially on the satir models in the program. And last 2 years, they have started in supervision, and 1 supervisor will be added to the supervision team. And in the coming 2 years, we're going to be training the trainers a second batch and a third batch. Also, we have 2 doctoral dissertations on satir by 2 of our graduates, and there will be one actually a scale on stances that will be developed, and it's in the progress. And this is going to be the only first in Turkey, but in the world too. For promoting a satir model, I and all of our, most of our graduates and students share their applications on different workshops and conferences. Also, we reach out to university students with this practice. And one program that I developed with working with families of disabled children, I collaborated with a university and municipality and NGOs on strengthening families with a disabled child, so that this actually helps in the visibility, and also it kind of increasing the areas of the satir model application. And finally, I have attended in various conferences and practices on peace building. And during the pandemic crisis, the Institute has become a major support. We managed to provide a social support group for its students and graduates, and also a major contribution by the satir therapists from our institute helped the health professionals during the pandemic crisis. We also created a manual to help in these social support groups. So overall, my focus was in making the satir model known in several areas in Turkey. Thank you all, and Happy New Year.
Hi everybody. Thank you for your kind invitation for me to tell you about my satir work in Israel as a leader. This is very exciting for me. It's a great honor. I will do my best to focus on 4 highlights of my rich and diverse work during the last 5 years. The first one is the training center that I've built. It's a program of 5 stages. Each is conducted in 4 days in a beautiful, peaceful retreat place in Israel. Usually the program is finished by 2.5 years. And I can tell you that in Israel, it's not easy to start a training program because there are so many contemporary, diverse training programs representing a broad variety of school of psychotherapy. So it was not easy. Perhaps the most important thing I did was writing a satir textbook in Hebrew. Here it is. In 2018, I published my book. It's called From Survival to Life Energy, presenting Virginia satir in a new light. The Hebrew textbook is dedicated to present the satir theory in its entirety. The book was accepted warmly by the professional community in Israel, and I'm very proud that it's been included in the syllabus of a number of university and academic colleges. For example, the Hebrew University in Jerusalem, which invited me to give a guest lectures. The book created an excellent platform for spreading the word of satir in Israel. Originally, I wrote this book out of a sense of responsibility, perhaps even a mission, to bring the satir humanistic vision to Israel. Living in an area of ongoing conflict, I feel committed to implement the satir model towards bringing communities which are in conflict to be closer. I believe that this issue is so important not only in my country but all over the world. One of my book chapters is dedicated to these ideas. I presented this theme at the Bratislava conference, and you are welcome to listen to the recording at the Bratislava conference site. Now, no wonder the most exciting program for me today to teach is the B National School of Psychotherapy in Jerusalem. Believe it or not, there is such a program which has, we bring Palestinian professional from Gaza Strip and Bethlehem together with Israeli professional, and they all meet together, and I was invited to teach them family therapy. As I used satir ideas, how to connect, how people can connect, and I was teaching them joining, we actually did a very exciting experience during the class, and they experienced the idea of the program that a Palestinian and Israeli professional can work together. This is very exciting. Next week I go again, and they concluded they included the satir theory in their curriculum. So I'm very proud of that. So last and most important in our days is how we keep hope alive, especially with the situation in Israel, but not only here, everywhere. So I presented in a special symposium about hope held by the Israeli Association of Family Therapy last June. I called the presentation Heavens, which is inside me. And I presented hope as a transformational experience and also as something that keeps change in a movement. So it's not, it's like spiral. And I believe nowadays our goal is to keep the hope going on, even though we face some very troubled moments. So this is my vision of, it's Virginia's vision that I keep spreading peace within, peace between, peace among, and I wish I can do something about it here in Israel. And thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Hi, I'm Linda Lucas, and I was awarded a leadership award by SIP in 2016, and I've been invited to share a little bit about what I've been doing with the satir model in the last 5+ years. And just, I want to share that Virginia Satir said that bragging with humility is a way of building self-esteem. That was shared by Michael Callahan. And I really like that because I grew up with don't brag, don't show off. So this is another way for me to change my perspective a little bit, or my perceptions. So before COVID, I was training the satir model, satir transformational systemic therapy in China, in Kenya, Africa. I presented at a conference in Scotland for IFTA, and also in India at a university with graduate students. And I presented at a psychological conference also as a keynote in Bangalore, India, at the same time as I was teaching the class for the graduate students in Bangalore, which was just a really beautiful experience. I'm a clinical member for the Satir Institute of the Pacific, and I am on the training directorate, and I'm actually the program director. I've been a board member for SIP for many, many years, and I just didn't renew my term a couple years ago, but I'm still quite active with the work that the Satir Institute is doing, because it is such sacred work. Jennifer Nagel and I created and taught a training for training program for the Institute right before COVID. And that was, I think, pretty successful in helping people go out and integrate the satir model in training programs that they were offering. Also, Jennifer and I sort of created and developed the level 1 and level 2 programs to be online. And we've reached people literally globally with those programs. This summer, we'll be teaching an advanced program for satir applications. So that's pretty exciting. It'll be in person at Bethlehem Retreat Center. I think that's about it, other than teaching level 1 and level 2s. In China, yes, I've been teaching in China since 2008. I was invited to go with John Banman, and I've been going really ever since. And I've been teaching level 1s and level 2s, and then a variety of other programs like grief and loss, trauma, couples work. I did 13 years of kids camps, so teaching teenagers and younger children about the satir model. That was extremely wonderful and brutal at the same time. Some of those kids have come back and they are in college now, and they have shared how the satir model changed their lives, being in school with their families and with their partners. So I have been living the satir model, not just teaching the satir model, not just talking about it, but truly, I would say, being the satir model. I have seen the influence, I guess, have experienced the influence with living the satir model, being the satir model with my adult children, with my grandchildren, with my children's partners, and it influences truly every aspect of my life. So it has been an honor and a sacred journey, and I want to thank you for listening to what I've been doing, and I really encourage you to continue to live the satir model and be the change. So thank you so much.